As of March 28th, 2019, I am officially credit card debt free. To be honest, I'm excited, but I'm not at the same time. And I do see this as a big step for me and something that I am not used to. Since I've had a credit card, I have had the debt with it because that's why I got the credit cards in the first place, to purchase stuff with them. And I know that's not the best mindset. They should be used for emergencies. I've had multiple credit cards. I still have multiple credit cards. I always had credit card debt. And so this is a huge change for me not to have any. And if you've been following me for a while, you'll know that this took me longer than expected. And so I wanted to pay off all of my credit cards by the summer of 2018. And once that started approaching, I knew that wasn't feasible. And so I made the goal of paying off all of my credit cards by December of 2018. And I should have hit that number, but I didn't plan things out correctly. Things didn't go as planned. A couple of emergencies popped up where I did end up charging more than I expected. I did spend more money than I needed to on things, to be honest, and I didn't get it paid off by December 28th, and that's okay. And it took me an extra 3 months to get that credit card debt paid off. So from the beginning, I had maybe a total of $7,000 in credit card debt. I have, as of right now, I believe I have 5 credit cards that are open. I used to have a Macy's credit card years ago that I closed years ago. I don't recommend closing credit cards once you pay them off, at least not for me personally. I'm not going to. As of right now, I have a Care credit card, which is mostly used for medical expenses if necessary. You can also use it for your pets. I have a Capital One, Venture One credit card, and that one gives me miles, like points to collect flying miles, or you can get gift cards, things like that. I have a Bank of America Cash Rewards card, so again, I get cash back when I buy certain things, or when I buy everything. With that, I get cash back. I have a Barclay You Promise MasterCard. This is my oldest credit card, I believe, and it only has like a $700 limit. I got it maybe when I was 18, and it was kind of a card for college students. And then I have a Barclay Apple card, which I got when I purchased my MacBook, and I paid that off before any interest hit me. However, I still use the card. So now that I paid it off, I wanted to talk about what's next and my plan with credit cards just in general. So the next debt that I want to pay off is my car. I owe about $16,600 on my 2015 Toyota Camry. My plan is actually to pay that off by December of 2019. So within 9 months, I would like to pay off my car. Is that shooting a little high? Maybe, but I think I can do it, and I feel like I can do it. That's my goal, okay? So almost $17,000 I want to pay off by December of 2019. And then after that, I will be aggressively paying down my student loan, which at that point will still have about $45,000 to $46,000 of student loans. And now I'm paying in that order because of my interest rate. My student loan interest rates they vary. I have 11 student loans, and they are all lower than the interest on my car loan. Plus, I would like to have my car loan paid off, because that would just feel better for me to have my car paid off. I don't know. Now, as far as credit cards, I know that now is when Dave Ramsey would be like, no more credit cards, cut them up. I guess I should have been cut them up, right? But I personally am still going to use my credit cards because I can and because I want to. And I do trust myself to not overspend. I am going to make a video about the things that I disagree with Dave Ramsey about, but credit card use is one of those things. And he always likes to say that nobody became a millionaire with credit card points or points for miles or anything like that, which we all know. However, Dave Ramsey is speaking from a point of a millionaire, a multi-millionaire. And while I do believe I will be a millionaire, and while I do believe I will be financially free one day, as of right now, the cash back, the miles, the credit hacking is valuable to me. I understand that I cannot get rich off of these credit card points. However, when I am trying to build up my income, $20 here, $10 here, and maybe $50 off of my flight to go somewhere is a lot to me right now. That is valuable to me because I don't make millions of dollars. I don't have a lot of money to just $10 is a lot to me. And now the only two credit cards that I plan on using are my Capital One, which I get miles for. I get 1.25 miles per dollar spent, and then my Bank of America Cash Rewards. So I get 3% cash back on gas, 2% cash back on food and groceries, 1% cash back on everything else. My plan is to only use my credit cards for fixed expenses. So for example, I will use my Bank of America credit card for gas because whenever I go to get gas, I just fill up my tank completely and I will get 3% cash back for that. That is a fixed amount. I don't change the amount. So it's like, $26 each time I go or whatever it is. I will use my credit card for that, pay it off the same day or the next day, whatever. I will not pay interest on it. So I will get the 3% cash back and not pay interest on it. I trust myself to do that, okay? I promise. Same goes for flights. So for example, I'm taking two trips this year. So I am going to choose a flight, right? That amount is fixed. So I can't just be I kind of want to spend a little bit more on the flight. I kind of want to save some money. Whatever flight I choose is the flight that I'll choose. Of course, I'm going to shop around and see the best prices I can find and wait for a good time, but I'm going to put it on my credit card because if I buy a ticket that's $200 to go wherever, then I am getting cash back for that. And no, it's not a significant amount, but then that amount adds up to where I get, I'll save a few bucks on my next flight, or if I get an Uber or whatever, I can pay for that with my Capital One points. This is what we consider credit hacking. So is this method for everybody? No. If you have a spending problem, if you don't have control over, for example, I know that if I just swipe my credit card for groceries that I will overspend because it's just whatever, $80 on groceries just for me, not a big deal. But if I actually am paying for that with my cash or with my debit card, then I will think about it more oh, I don't actually need that and put something back. So no, I will not be purchasing groceries with my credit card. Anything that fluctuates, anything that I could possibly spend more on. If I go shopping for clothes, I'm not going to use a credit card. If I go shopping for food, I'm not going to use a credit card. If you have a spending problem, I would cut up your credit cards or just hide them and don't take them with you. Personally, I don't want to cut them up because what if I do have something that I really need the money for and I need the credit card? I will use it. It's not the end of the world. It may happen. I'm hoping it doesn't. This also helps you maintain a healthy credit score. And again, this is something that Dave Ramsey is I don't care about credit scores. My credit score is 0. They think I'm dead, all that. But that is because Dave Ramsey does not need a credit score. For people like us, when you're in a situation like I am and like many of you are, a credit score is important for buying a car because you can't just pay cash for it. I don't just have piles of cash to pay for a car. I don't just have piles of cash to pay for a home And getting a loan without a credit score can be difficult, even if he says that it isn't. So yes, I would like to maintain a high credit score because eventually, sure, I would like to get to his point where he has a score of 0, because I can just throw $400,000 at a house or whatever the case may be. But at this point, I would like a credit score. It keeps me at peace to know that if I need it, if I need a loan for something, then I can get a better rate. So by using the credit card and paying it off, you are showing that you are a trusty credit user. And I will make a video about how to raise your credit score. I know I had said that in the past. I will be filming that soon. So if you have credit card debt, pay that off first. I do think that's really important to get out of credit card debt first, because the interest rate is typically a lot higher than your other loans. Trust me, I know how much it sucks. Just keep on pushing. Y'all, if these sirens don't stop. Oh. I am now down to about $63,000 of debt total, and that is just my car and my student loans. I was able to pay off my credit cards because honestly, I was in kind of a lucky position. I lived with my sister before, as you guys know, and we sold our house. So I did put a down payment into that house. I did pay monthly payments for that house. My name was not on that loan or anything like that, but my sister is a decent human being, and she is giving me some of the money from the equity that we got from the house. So with a little bit of that, I was able to pay off the remainder of my credit card debt. And then also I had owed her money for I didn't pay rent for several months because I could not, I wouldn't have been able to get food or anything like that. So because we made so much equity off the house, we bought it during a really good time, and then we sold it during a really good time. So we got a huge amount of equity for this house. And of course, I am letting her keep the bulk of it. She is buying a house on her own and using a big chunk of that for the down payment, but she did get rid of that money that I owed her, so that's just wiped. And then she is giving me money as well to make up for that. But I'm not expecting any big lump sums of money like that with the remainder of the $63,000, which is still a really long way to go. I'm planning to be debt-free by 2022. That is my current goal, so within about 3 years. But I just quickly wanted to update you guys, and thank you so much for your support. I do really enjoy talking about my finances and debt, because it's become a serious passion of mine, and just don't fall into the trap of debt. So I am going to be making more videos about my finances. That is all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon.